Have you ever played PASStime? No? Well, I have. PASStime is an oddity. Nobody really knows why it exists, except me. I know why. PASStime failed gradually over time, but by over time, I mean pretty much right out of the gate. Before we get into the nitty-gritty details, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I post anything. Also, if you enjoyed this video and are interested in more maps, by all means, I have a playlist full of these videos on failed game modes, so be sure to check it out. And also remember to vote in the next community poll for deciding which game mode to play next. Okay, I'm done espousing my manifesto. So, PASStime was announced in August of 2015 in a blog post outlining the game rules and was put into the beta section for quick play for the community to test out. A year later, PASStime was greenlit and was added into the game in the Meet Your Match update, and put into the alternate game modes tab, which as we all know is a death sentence for new game modes like this. And this was not the first of its type. You see, back before the days of Team Fortress 2, there was Team Fortress Classic, the OG, the big cheese. One of its most popular game modes was Capture the Flag. And Capture the Flag's map pool was a map called Push. Now it consisted of a large warehouse complex with the flag being a small soccer ball. The teams had to win by scoring a number of goals before the opposing team could. It was fun, it was short, and it had lasers. This would be the routes that TF2's PASStime and CTF game modes would ground themselves in. And the game mode worked pretty much like this. It's kind of like football and basketball and war all mixed together. So, the round starts with a ball in the center of the map called the jack. Players must then try to score the goal by placing the jack in one of the opponent's goals. To win, a team must score 5 times unless the time runs out, in which case the team with the highest number of points wins. So it's Rocket League, but with people. Okay, I'm down. The actual gameplay could be affected by all the different classes in their own ways. The Scout is the most widely used class because of his mobility, but his weaknesses were his health and stoppability. Classes like Soldier and Demo were the other classes most used because rocket jumping and sticky jumping, trimping, all that stuff. And if you hated yourself, you played Engineer, because fuck you. And the rest of the classes are pretty much worthless. Sorry, Medic. There are some issues I had with this game mode. Any round can be ruined by a few well-placed sentries, especially since scouts can't outrun sentries, and all anybody ever plays is the scout. And another thing is how many little things you needed to understand before you played your first match, like throw in goal, run in goal, bonus goal, jack power, fake jack passes, jack dispensers, jack stealing, jack dribbling, jack pass calling. God, this stuff gets confusing. It shipped with 3 maps in total, but only 2 maps were released before the Meet Your Match update, those being Brickyard and Timbertown. After the Meet Your Match update dropped, another map, District, was added. These maps were huge, with a ton of detail, vertical height, and interesting pathways, but make no mistake, these maps were the opposite of claustrophobic. They were incredibly open, but still had plenty of cover to prevent the sniper from getting too much of an advantage. And I would talk about each map in detail, but there really isn't too much to say about all these maps. But okay, I'm getting sidetracked because we're talking about maps when we should be talking about why the game mode failed. But I will tell you why. This is Team Fortress 2 and we don't like working together, so...
Can I have the ball?
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Please?
5, 1.
You bitch! Asshole!
For a game mode exclusively designed for teamwork, it seems odd that it would end up in this game because honestly, this is a promising concept for a game. It's just not the right fit for Team Fortress 2 though. This is the same game community that rejected Payload Race, a slightly different variation of Payload that required more teamwork, so really this was gonna fail no matter how many maps or balance changes the team would have pumped into it. Also, does anyone remember those achievement hats? Yeah, the ugly spike ball ones that look like someone strapped a flux capacitor to a sea mine. Yeah, you can still get them today through an item server, but we hardcore enthusiasts got it the hard way, through tuning Rasmus's multi-dimensional TV. That achievement, the really hard one. You know, the actual achievement that they're so arbitrarily tedious that any walkthrough looks like this? Yeah, dope. It doesn't help its case that there literally will never be another PASStime map again, because this game mode was not even thought up by Valve. The actual concept of the game mode was developed by Bad Robot Studios and was mainly developed by Escalation Studios. If you don't know who they are, they're now Bethesda Game Studios Dallas, who made this. So, there you go. And as a result, this game mode is technically not Valve's property, and the community cannot have their own maps released under the PASStime game mode because they'd be infringing on Bad Robot's copyright to the game mode. Valve can't either. It's a catch-22, it sucks. Yeah, it's probably the saddest story for any of these game mode videos, but because this game mode had the actual potential and the talent, it really does seem like a loss to this community. And the people behind the creation of PASStime just unfortunately hitched it to the wrong wagon. And I personally can't find any community service that hosted it, but I'm sure if you look hard enough, you'll find some. And you'll still find a match in some secluded community, and I think there is an esports community? I have no idea. But as it stands, Team Fortress 2's PASStime has failed. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I personally am eternally grateful for all the popularity that this series has gotten. Remember, if you want to see more, please feel free to subscribe and click that notification bell so you're notified the next time a TF2 video of mine goes live. Really helps me out, helps me move forward, and making more content. Alright, see ya.